Hello, my name is Lauren and welcome to Faraway Faye. So I look crusty today because today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup while answering the booktube newbie questions. I have done the booktube newbie questions like 4 times on different channels, but finally I feel committed to a channel and hopefully this is the one that is going to stick. So I'm going to start with moisturizing my face and then we are going to get straight in to the questions. So I use the L'Oreal Infallible foundation in the shade Orkin. And the first question is, why did you start this channel? What a question, honestly. So why did I start this channel? I started this channel because I freaking love books and I love to write and I'm an English major and I just wanted somebody to talk about books with. I don't have any friends here because COVID has made it very hard to make friends, but I just love talking about books and I love watching booktube, and so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna do that. Like I said, this is like my 3rd or 4th time doing this video on different channels. We're just gonna cover my lips and make me look like a snowman, but hopefully this is the channel that is going to stick and is going to, you know, be kept up with. Now that we look a little bit scary, I use the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. Looks like that. Number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to booktube? I feel like everybody has something to bring to whatever they put their mind to. You know, we're all different people, we all have different tastes. Like, I may think a book is trashy and wonderfully trashy, while some people may be like, that was the epitome of something that should have never been made. I think just personality wise, I think I'm super friendly and I just love to talk to people, and I think that I can bring just my love and encouragement to booktube. Do I think that I'm like all that in a bag of chips kind of thing? No, but I do think that I'm fun and can bring that. Next I'm gonna go in with this kind of sponge. It's like got a lot of holes in it, and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder, which is disgusting and dirty, but we're gonna do it anyway. And I'm just gonna pack this under my eyes. I'm just gonna pack that under my eyes. And question number 3 is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? Like I said, I'm just really social. I love people and I love booktubers. I love watching the booktube movie tag myself, and I'm just excited to make some more bookish friends and hopefully like make a tight squad of friends, you know, like a freaking squad. So if you want to be a part of that squad, let me know. So now that I'm all powdered up and looking super pale, I'm gonna go ahead and dust that stuff off before it really sets. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? I love reading because the real world can get really hard and heavy, and I just love magic. I read a lot of books with magic in them, and I love being able to escape and go completely somewhere else just by literally picking up something and being able to hold it in my hands. And the fact that you can go back and re-experience those things is just really cool to me. I'm gonna start doing my eyebrows now, which I use the James palette, the James Charles palette, which my dogs have chewed on. Number 5 is, what is the book series the book that got you into reading? And then I'm going to be using the black shade for my eyebrows. The book or the book series that got me into reading, when I was younger, like I was like super into like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. But the one that got me into like fandoms would be The Hunger Games. I had like a book club when I was in 5th grade that literally all we talked about was the Hunger Games, so I guess it was like more of like a Hunger Games club. But yeah, in 5th grade we all like would wear our Hunger Games shirts on the same day, and would like talk about it and like bring in our collector's books and like go through them together. So the Hunger Games introduced me to like fandoms, but I was like obsessed with like stuff like Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was younger, which made me read a lot. And I also was like a really big reader even when I was like in kindergarten. Like I had my own reading group. Instead of being in a group with other kids, I had my own reading group because I read everything that the kids were supposed to read for the year. I read in like a week, and so my teacher was like, okay, she has to be put in her own group, I see. So been lonely since childhood, you know. Okay, I have eyebrows on. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and this like maroonish brown shade and just kind of lightly swipe that over my crease. But I would ask a few questions, probably like, do you constantly get rid of books? Because so many of like my favorite YouTubers that are like larger booktubers, they get so much promo, and I guess I would want to know, like, do you constantly like unhaul books that you don't show that you're unhauling? Or like, how do you manage to like, do you read every book that you get sent for promotion? Like, because I'm sure that like people with PO boxes get sent stuff that's like, because I know like with NetGalley and stuff you request or whatever, but I'm sure like they get sent books from like people who self-published or whatever that just send them their books. Like, do you read, you feel like you have to read everything you receive? Or is it more of like, well, they sent this to me for free and I don't have to read it, so I'm not going to? Because I feel like that would be a big question for me. And now we're going to eyeliner. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? And before I answer that, the eyeliner that I use is the Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner. It's super tiny, looks like this. And it's got like a, I love felt tip eyeliner pens, are like my favorite. I don't like crayons or anything like that, so. But I'm gonna try and do my eyeliner and talk at the same time. What challenges do you think? For me, it's gonna be consistency. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more. But for me, consistency is gonna be the big kicker. Just keeping up with my channel, and I am someone who second guesses myself all the time. And so like I'll film videos, but then I'll start, and I'll even edit the whole thing, and then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, I hate it, like we're not doing that, like I'm just gonna delete it, or just, you know, let it sit in my computer and chill out there. Okay, one eye is done. But yes, second guessing myself, which then causes me to be inconsistent, which then makes my channel look dead. And nobody wants to subscribe to a dead channel, you know? There's my eyeliner. Okay, next I'm gonna do mascara and lashes, and the question is, when did you start reading? I started reading when I was in elementary school. I mean, like, I learned how to read when I was in like preschool, but in elementary school, I would like bring home these books every week. We would like take our little trip to the library, and I would bring home like a book about it, like dogs or horses or whatever, and I would sit in a chair with my mom and we would read them out loud. I remember reading Ella Enchanted when I was in elementary school. You can't even really tell I just put mascara on, but it's fine. You're gonna be zoomed out now. Oh no, that's in. Oh no. Next I'm going to be contouring. I use the e.l.f. contour palette. It looks like this. But where do I read? I read a lot in my bed. I read a lot sitting on my floor. I have back problems. I have chronic pain, so I tend to read in places that are more comfortable for me. So I read on the floor, I read in my bed, I read on our couch with like a recliner. I read at school in between my two classes that are in person. I go and I sit outside at this like lunch table, I guess you could call it, and it's always really nice out there and there's nobody really ever out there, so I can just chill out and get some reading done. Everything is just really soft in my everyday makeup. Like I try not to do anything super harsh. If I'm doing like a more fun makeup look, then I'll like do the drag queen nose contour and all that, but every day it's just really basic stuff. Next, I'm going to be taking the Sleek makeup palette, and this is in Solstice, and I don't feel like using a brush, so I'm just gonna take these two colors and pat that on. I'm not going for a blinding highlight, I'm just going for a healthy glow. And the last question is, what type of books do you read? I tend to read like YA contemporaries. I like to read fantasy. I don't read a lot of high fantasy, but just kind of like fantasy. And then I love to read poetry. I love to read thrillers. I'm getting more into thrillers. And then I'm gonna be taking this lipstick. I don't know who it's by, but it's in the color number 220, which is Flesh, which look like that. I used to be obsessed with dystopian novels, but now I'm like, I've been there, done that so much that I just like don't want to go back to that. And I feel like there was like a trend of dystopian novels, you know, like where that was like all there was to read, which is dystopian. And now it's kind of like, okay, sister, you can branch out. But yeah, I like to read a lot of YA contemporaries. I'm not big on romance, but I've been getting a little bit more warmed up to it as of late. That was the booktube newbie tag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again. All my links will be down in the description below where you can find me. I am always on Twitter, and if you want to be friends, the best place to find me would be Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see your faces again very soon, and I will see you. Bye. Can't end the video.